All right. Women's Pro Finals. Jessica serving first.
That's Jessica Gawley from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada.
0-0.
Looking back at that sun, which is absolutely brutal. This is the Women's Pro Small Ball Finals. Boy, the ball looks completely dead after watching that big ball match earlier. She's playing Sandy Nee. Sandy is the current one-wall national champion. Jessica has won so many four-wall Canadian national championships. She's been on the pro tour for pretty much her whole life. Here she is serving.
1-0.
1-0. Look at that shot right there. Fred Lewis, who's also in the broadcast booth alongside yours truly, Dave Vincent. Fred, look at that sidearm whip shot that we've seen from Jessica for so many years.
2-0.
It's about time you introduced me. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes. Thank you.
I forgot you were there.
I'm easy to forget. A lot of people forget about me.
Fred Lewis, the six-time four-wall national champion, and I believe 4 3-walls, Fred?
3, 4.
Who's counting?
Who cares? No, Dave, these are two of the premier women players in the world today. Both players have great opposite hands. Jessica, of course, is left-handed. Sandy, right-handed. Sandy, of course, is the phenom right now in women's handball.
1-2.
And you see that serve right there. That's going to get Jessica. It's going to get Jessica because she doesn't know how to short hop a ball. She told me before her match, that's my biggest weakness right now is that I do not understand when to come in and take that what do you call it, the quick bounce?
You know, the short hop, but Jessica's a great athlete. She's a great handball player. She'll figure it out.
And she said that it's just absolutely confusing to her because she doesn't have 3-wall courts where she lives. She lives in Saskatchewan, Regina, Canada, and out there, she said during the winter time when some people are playing year-round, it's negative 80 degrees, and inside is the only form of handball she can play. So she said she feels really awkward out here on these courts.
4 serves 2.
4 serves 2.
And of course, she had a baby recently.
That's a side out.
Yeah, watching Sandy so far the last 2 days, she's had a tendency to do that on the serve. She's got to learn to take care of the serve better.
That was a short ball and a side out, and that ball was short.
Short. Agree? Both agree? Short.
The referee on the side over here, Fred, was
4 serves 2.
got his thumbs up, thumbs down wrong. He's saying that he was pointing down like it was short, but he made it look like he was disagreeing with the ref's call. Have to get that ironed out. Here now, see how Sandy knows how to take those short hops.
Yeah, that's 1-1. Sandy very strong with her overhand drives.
Here's Jessica's left. Nice get right there from Sandy. Jess is going to dive in and she gets it. Absolutely nice shot right there from Jessica Gawley, diving all the way to that side court. The crowd absolutely liking it. Jessica feeling the nerves, but after a play like that, it gives you a little bit of confidence, Fred.
Well, that's the athleticism. There's a mishit.
Actually, Sandy approaches that short hop absolutely perfectly. That ball just jumped off the floor. 3 serves 4. That ball stays in.
Whoa. Totally misjudged that.
There's a timeout called from Sandy Nee, who's
first timeout. Scores 4-4.
The current one-wall USHA national champion. She also was in the semifinals of the 3-wall outdoor national championships, and she lost there in I believe a tiebreaker, and then she actually won the 3-wall doubles national championship, and she's young. She's only 18 years of age.
Yeah, she's had a great summer. Won the singles and doubles national one-wall. So she slammed there, won the Junior National 3-wall tournament at Venice Beach in July. And then, as you said, won the women's doubles. Down, I believe it was 10-6 in the tiebreaker. And she and Samantha English came back and beat Tracy Davis and Teresa 11-10 tiebreaker.
Sandy is also now going to Lake Forest, and she's going to have that great coach, Mike Dow, Fred, who's going to really improve her game even more, especially in a 4-wall court where she's been dominating outdoors. That was an overhand shot that checks up, so that even though we weren't able to see it, it obviously checked up, which means it hits the floor first.
Yeah, I think she changed her mind. She was going to go up with it and then try to hit a line drive and miss-hit it.
1 serves 4.
There's the shot right there. A little bit out.
I just missed it over here. They're appealing. Looked like it was just about an inch over.
6 serves 4.
6 serves 4. First game. 2 games to 21. Tiebreaker to 11. There's a little better short hop from Jessica. Jessica's having a little issue also with those sidewalls, Fred, but that short hop, she's seemingly getting it with her left, but when it comes to her right, that's where her timing is down, a little bit off, and that's exactly where Sandy's serving it to.
Can't leave that ball up. Can't leave it up.
6 serves 4.
6 serves 4. You heard the score. Ball just in.
Point.
Great serve.
Just seems to me that a power version of that serve would be so effective out here, Fred.
Point.
Yeah, I think Sandy's a little nervous, a little anxious. She's not getting her feet set. She's spraying the ball all over the court right now.
You're watching the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships live here at the Stratosphere parking lot in Las Vegas, Nevada, right on the Strip, 250 feet away from that 887-foot tower, the Spire, Fred Lewis. This thing is amazing. When the sun starts to go down, that shadow from that spire is hanging all the way out here on the courts. Nice fist right there from Jessica to fight it off. Going to the corner from Sandy, who's got that beautiful sidearm whip. Jessica respects it. You said that Sandy had one of the best lefts that you've ever seen. Right there was a nice right hand. That ball's out.
Another bad serve,
nope.
But it
Stayed in. Nice shot from Jessica. Jessica has to make the adjustment.
Point.
Yeah, that's Sandy's game right there. Power down both sidewalls.
5 serves 8.
Good angle.
5 serves 8. This is the women's finals between Jessica Gawley and Sandy Nee.
She left it up again. She can't do that.
Boy, that ball almost curved out of the court there. It's amazing that she could hit it in front of her to the left and actually bring that ball back. The ball hops off the front wall because of that natural hook that Jessica has. 8 serves 5 here. Jessica is a police officer.
Look at that drive. Let's see what she does with this.
Both players playing close. Sandy giving her some respect. Jessica with a fist shot. Sandy diving in. Jessica's going to do the same, and she misses it. You see the racquetball pros are out here watching the women pros play in this final, and a lot of the applause that you're hearing is from the mixed audience, Fred.
Well, racquetball, if you've been around here all week, I mean, their audiences are awesome.
This is tough. Jessica's going to have to take the short hop. Sandy's got that mastered at 18. That's tough. That's a tough shot right there. I don't know if it was intentional, but it was tough.
8 serves 5.
Not only does Jessica not have 3-wall courts within about a 200-mile radius, no 1-wall courts, really just no outdoor handball whatsoever, but she has to deal with strange temperatures up there in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. She came out here just to have some fun and play some competition, she said, and now she's in the finals.
Great overhand drive.
Short.
That's a side out.
Side out.
She hit the side wall. It's an automatic side out.
Really like to see Sandy bring the ball down here on the serve and try and hit some sidearm drives. Let's see. Looks like she's going to go into it. Let's see what she does here.
Short.
And that's a side out.
Oops.
Side out. 9 serves 5.
9 serves 5. We're playing to 21. It's a strange wraparound. That one stays in. Jessica's going to have to remember that shot for later, Fred.
Well, I think she's figuring this court out.
That was a neat little shot right there. That's like hitting a ceiling ball in Toledo. It's just almost like an automatic point if you get in the right spot.
Again, nice placement.
Jessica knew it the second she jumped in there. You heard her put out this sigh. I mean, what do you do there? Do you just run up that wall and try to just be Spider-Man on that? Nice shot from Jessica.
That was better.
Side out.
She used her right hand. It was her offhand, and she knew she had to put a little extra into it, so
Terrific right hand.
she powered up.
10 serves 5.
10 serves 5.
I think Jessica's feeling it. Just more confident. See, she's not overhitting and keeping the ball in play. Good angle. Ups.
Side out.
Spoke too soon.
I asked Jessica about her fitness. You can see that she's completely ripped. I mean, she really does look good after just giving birth. And I said, you know, what did you do? And she goes, I haven't done anything different. I'm hauling my baby around everywhere, pushing him around. That's really why she said she looks like she might have lost weight.
Great angle. Look at that angle.
And it does not curve back in. The crowd is trying to save Jessica from falling into that sponsored area of the front row. You're watching the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships Women's Finals right here live at WePlayHandball.com, WPHLive.tv, as brought to you by NiftyTV.com. Check them out since you're on the internet right now anyway, NIFTYTV.com.
6 serves 10.
They are your online streaming television providers. That's a short hop miscue from Jessica Gawley.
Yeah, she needed to turn sideways. Kind of hit the ball flat-footed, didn't get her body behind
7 serves 10.
7 serves 10. You've seen a lot of players face the front wall, and they do things like that, Fred, where a lot of these balls are going over the top wall.
Well, you know, it's
Jessica's first time out, scores 8, serves 10.
It's difficult because you're out here playing in the heat. It's sweltering. People are getting tired very easily before they should, and you know, it's just hard to keep pushing to get to the right position to hit the ball.
And it's extremely difficult too for a top pro and a journeyman like Jessica Gawley, who's never played really on courts like this, to make the adjustment. But you know she's going to, because that, you know, she's been around for a long time. World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships at 3wallball.com. We were talking about Nifty TV. You have to go onto the internet, Fred, when you get back to the office and check out what they're doing. They are your online television service providers, and you'll know what I mean when you go there. They have really brought streaming live audio and video to a whole different level. NIFTYTV.com. They were with the WPH when we first started that innovation of webcasting pro handball matches. You heard about it down in Tucson, Arizona, when we lived up north in Northern California. Nifty did also. They also heard about us, and we kind of started really at the same time together as a team, and they've always been there for us. And we owe them a great bunch of gratitude for what they've done for the WPH. 8 serves 10, first game, women's finals, 2 games to 21, tiebreaker to 11. Alongside the great Fred Lewis, my name is Dave Vincent.
Ah, she rushed it.
That's what happens when you're wanting the ball to get there to you as quick as possible.
Well, she had the big opening. You know, she had Sandy off the court, and all she had to do was hit the front wall, and probably would have had a point. Out.
That ball was
great
out.
Angle.
I thought I saw that ball go out. The referee didn't call it. The referee knows he made a mistake there.
See, now he's asking the linesman.
And no, the linesmen have the first call on the sidelines, and he heard out from the linesman. He's actually awarding it to him. This is a call. The first time we've seen it. The linesman actually called it out, but the referee didn't hear it. And after about 3 or 4 shots, the linesman keeps on chirping to him, so they gave it to it. Linesmen have the first call out here. We're going to explain that in a minute. Jessica almost gets that ball. The linesmen actually make that sideline call, and if they don't make it, then the referee just lets the play go on.
Well, it's the right way to do it because the linesman, see, she served out again. Yes, no, yes. What's the call?
Call is a point.
Because the linesman has the best view of the ball, so they should call it.
Jessica still not getting that short hop correct. Now this is going to be a setup. She's going to go to the corner, I believe. No, down that left wall.
Look at that left. What a left-handed drive.
For about 4 or 5 points, Jessica looks like she's learning this court, and then all of a sudden it just all unravels on her.
Well, it looks like she changed her mind at the last minute.
I'm surprised she has enough time to take that with her left hand, and she's trying to take it with her right.
Well, she may be getting a little tired. You know, it's still, even though it's approaching 5 o'clock, it's still very hot out here.
12 serves 10.
Looks like the momentum has changed. Sandy is starting to look very confident. There's another hand error. Jessica's looking up at the sky, so you can just see that the emotional momentum has
13
changed.
serves 10.
13 serves 10. That's another. It's really not what she's trying to do, but she got it there.
She's got the opening. Gets it right back to
Boy,
her.
Sandy has so much power, Fred. It's really unbelievable.
Well, you know, she's a terrific athlete. She's very strong.
14 serves 10.
14 to 10.
She levels off beautifully with both hands. Here's a timeout.
Jessica's second timeout. Scores 15-10.
Okay, let's talk about those sidelines really quick as the line judges are sitting down in the backside looking straight down those sidelines. They get the very first call. So while the referee's standing back somewhat close to those sideline referees, those sideline judges, those sideline judges do make the first call. There's no talking to the sideline referees by the players. The referees just say whether it's in or out, and they make the call, not the referee. Now, in a lot of cases here, due to having refs, just the ref on the backside has only been available. So this is really one of the first times that we've seen this put into use, and it is fairly effective.
Well, you know, I reffed a couple of matches earlier and deferred to the linesman on a couple of occasions where I actually made the call and I made the wrong call, and then I deferred to the referee. Referee reversed my call, and we went along with it because I realized that the linesman had a better view of the ball.
Linesman, much like the linesman used in tennis, looking right down the line. If they can't make the call, who really can?
Time in.
You're watching the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships Women's Finals here. Jessica Gawley versus Sandy Nee. Now, Sandy doesn't really have an advantage over Jessica in a lot of ways. We're talking about all the disadvantages that Jessica has, but Sandy has never played in courts like this, and Sandy certainly has never played in temperatures like this either. Both of these ladies have a huge disadvantage. But look at that power right there from Sandy.
Right down the line. Sandy is a very cool customer, very mature for her age.
16 to 10. That ball's out.
Out.
Got a little bit too much angle on it.
John Alvarez from the Sacktown area, big ball player, watching this live webcast, say that
10 serves 16.
he's enjoying what he's watching. 10 serves 16. Jessica was leading for most of this until this big surge from Sandy.
It's a hinder ball. He didn't call it.
Sandy doesn't like it, but she could easily go over there and say something to the ref. It's 11 to 16.
11 serves 16.
Watch his serve. That ball just checks up. She doesn't have a reverse. And this ball's deep.
Up.
You know,
Instead of just trying to get the ball back, she tried to push it in the corner. You know, made a hand error.
12 serve 16.
12 to 16. Jessica's doing the right thing. She's serving over to Sandy's left, but I don't know if she's read Sandy's bio. Sandy's left hand is amazing. And this one's out. You know, Sandy has such a great left. I almost think that with Jessica's hook out the door, she would be better off doing that serve over to the left side, shooting it out the door with that natural hook of hers.
16 serves
But
12.
she's serving to really what I call Sandy's power.
Well, it depends on what she feels comfortable with. Look at that, down the wall, caught the side wall.
It's a big ball shot from Sandy.
Down the wall. Oh, handball.
She said she was sorry. Sandy says it's okay.
You play it. 16 serves 12.
Sort of like the old Budweiser commercial. Tastes great, less
filling.
filling. You hear the crowd. One half of the crowd's yelling down ball. The other half is yelling hinder. And they keep going back and forth.
Sandy
back
got
and
a
forth.
break there.
You ran it right there.
Got a break, got a break.
Budweiser
Come on,
commercial.
ref, make a
Tastes
decision.
great.
Less filling. You hear the crowd, one half of the crowd's yelling down ball, the other half is yelling.
Sandy knew it. She
Replay,
hesitated.
16-12.
See what she does here.
16 serves 12.
16-12.
What do you think she's going to hit it into the sidewall?
No. Stay even up.
That's a nice looking play right there
Yeah,
from
I'd
Sandy.
like to see her do more of that. You know, let the ball drop instead of trying to kill the ball from waist high.
No.
I really enjoy watching that
17
big,
serves 12.
that tall serve from her. See how tall this is, Fred. That's tough for anybody to take that short hop.
Oh,
Right out.
got her on the short hop right there.
Sort of the announcer's curse there. But I haven't seen anybody do that where you go really high off the front wall where she's hitting that WPH logo
Ball
way
serve,
high.
17.
Well, if you notice, Jessica hit the ball a little harder that time instead of just lobbing it up there, which is what she's going to need to do. See the angle here.
But Jessica takes it with her left. I mean, she did this earlier and got a point, but she didn't get the angle
Look
correct.
at that angle. Wow, fantastic shot. Great placement by Sandy.
Now, if this surface was diveable, you would have seen Jessica leave her feet right there.
17 serves
Thank
12.
God she didn't.
17 serves 12. That pushes Sandy back. Nice shot from
See
Jessica.
what she does with this. Oh, she was going to go side front.
That was right after that $15,000 high definition camera. Jeff Kastner is only worth $14,997. So, well, let's hope she doesn't hit the camera.
18-12.
Jeff Kastner, our #1 camera operator.
18-12.
By #1, I mean he's operating the camera that actually has the #1 on it. Omar Lemus is really the #1 camera operator, but he's on camera #2. Behind the engineering booth, we have Chris Garrad and Fred Lewis, the multiple outdoor national champion and indoor national champion, sitting here, Hall of Famer of the United States Handball Association. It's pleased to have you here, Freddie.
Yeah, it's a great surprise being here with you, Dave. Didn't think I was going to make it in the booth this weekend.
Well, because we auditioned talent, and Corky from Life Goes
And I
On
lost.
was not available.
And I lost, right?
You're the only one we could find. But no, it's nice to have you here. This is a great
We
spectacle.
should get a camera on this guy over here. This is a very unusual picture. Jeff Heelan with a can of Coke in his hand
Which
instead
is-
of a Budweiser.
Which is kind of a strange sight. Fred, talk about the good sights, and that is Las Vegas Boulevard and the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino.
I'm in.
Well, what's amazing to me is that when the sun goes down, the people come out on the strip. How many non-handball players have come over here to watch and actually see what's going on here?
That is an amazing
Zoom
thing.
play. Scores 18, serves 12.
18 serves 12. I like that serve.
See what she does with this.
Hold it.
That power is amazing from Sandy. Even
Yeah,
though
but
she,
I want to see her let the ball
18,
drop.
serves 12.
She's taking it from waist high.
wow, that's such a tough one right here. Jessica going all the way back to the crowd, rattling the camera stand. that's a tough ball to get back, and Sandy gets it back. Amazing shot, Fred. Sandy's going for it in that left corner, to the right corner. And then it's just a silly little hand there, but the crowd likes that rally. There was about 3 amazing gets right there.
Both girls showing great athleticism.
All right, that's your second timeout. Scores 12-18.
12 serves, 18 and another timeout. These players like Ricky Ruiz, who just won that men's semifinals big ball match, came out over and said to me, you know, I've never really taken timeouts before in big ball, and I took all 3 of mine. And, you know, we've been bringing this up all weekend, Fred, and you're also in the tournament, so you know this. But a lot of the players, once they get into a long rally, they have to start breathing through their mouth. And what happens in these arid temperatures, it just sucks it right out of your system. So you get like a dry throat. One of the players said to me, I hydrated so much. I drank like 2 gallons of water leading into this. And all of a sudden, I get one long rally. It feels like I'm dehydrated.
Well, the comment David Fink made to me during his match with young Luis Cordova during one of the timeouts was, Fred, I'm too old for this. I'm just too old. And of course, then he turned around, and now he's in the semifinals.
Here, though, it's the women's finals between Jessica Gawley from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, Brooklyn, New York's Sandy Nee, who now lives in the Chicago area, going to LFC. Speaking of Chicago, there's a big shout out to Rainbow Beach Handball Club. There's people tuned in from everywhere in Chicago watching this.
Joe Flores. Hi, Joe.
I guess Joe must be watching this live webcast here, streaming from Nifty TV here at WePlayHandball.com.
Resume play. Scores 12 serves 18.
12 serves 18.
Let's see if Jessica can make a run. And
that's unbelievable right there. She actually winces her left shoulder.
No, she should have taken the ball back. She got a bad hop off of the toss.
18
Girls got to realize, everybody's got to realize that you only get 1 serve.
That is tough to get.
Look at that. Great angle.
19 serves 12.
She's waiting for the crowd to calm
19 serves
down.
12.
Crowd chanting Sandy.
Look at that angle. Wow.
What?
Power. Great power.
Now 20 serves 12 here. Jessica does have a problem with her left shoulder. 20 serves 12. This is the game point.
See, Sandy took the ball back. She didn't like the toss. Good serve. Good return. See Jessica kill it. Little hop.
That's going to come off.
Whoa.
Fred,
shot.
Fred, you have to play that angle no matter what, because you're never going to get the one that goes out the door. So Jessica just played that completely wrong.
Well, you know, also it did take a pretty wicked hop off that side there.
And that's because of that power from Sandy. So she wins the first game 21-12. If you like this live webcast and what we are doing with innovation, please go to thehandballstore.com and purchase your WPH membership if you haven't done so already. Getting your WPH All Access Pass means you can watch more events just like this. These live webcasts that we provide at these pro events, also uploaded videos. So all of the videos that we have done, or all these live webcasts that we've done, we also put them up on the server so you can watch them on demand. And that is part of your All Access Pass membership. We also throw in the Dave Chapman Instructional Handball DVD. Get your membership right now by going to thehandballstore.com, thehandballstore.com, and purchase your pass. We appreciate it in advance.
Well, this is all about promoting handball. The best way to promote handball is to have handball players from everywhere watching the greatest players in the game today and whoever played the game. And that's why you should join the WPH, because you'll never see better handball played than what's being played on our videos.
As for those that are at home watching or on their PCs, their Mac, the Wi-Fi, wherever you're at, in the subways to wherever you're standing, and you're listening to this and you're watching this. Fred, you are the president of the WPH. What is your thought about the future of the United States Handball Association, the WPH working together? What is your dream and the board's dream, and those that are employed with the WPH who all seem to share a common feeling and philosophy about the joint ventures that could possibly loom ahead of us?
Well, I think there's no question about it that both organizations want to do what's best for handball, and you know, the USHA is starting to come around now, realizing that the WPH has a lot to offer in terms of promotion and advertising the game. And if I had to look into a crystal ball right now, I would say that the organizations are going to get together on more ventures in the future. You know, we're going to be you know, basically co-hosting the intercollegiate championships that are coming up in February, and you know, the next big venture will be hopefully a joint WPH USHA Pro Tour. It's something that, you know, we're going to start working on as soon as this tournament is over, and you know, maybe in a month or so we hope to have some type of an announcement that we've come to an agreement where we can kickstart the Pro Tour again, having men's and women's events, maybe at the same venues, maybe at different venues, but you know, we're really excited about our women's event that's coming up in Tucson in November, where we're going to have the best women players in the world. Hopefully we'll get a couple of the top Irish girls to come into Tucson and play in what, you know, will be one of the better women's events of all time.
So you're saying that yourself and the board of directors are very willing to try to build the sport of handball together with the United States Handball Association?
Well, there's no doubt about it that if we work together, you know, we could be much more powerful than the two organizations working on their own. You know, there's no question about that.
It's really good to hear, and I hope that other people that are in regions around will get a hold of your regional rep or your board member of your area and express your desire to see the two organizations work together. Right now, the two that are working together, World Outdoor Racquetball, I don't know if anybody would have ever thought this, and World Players of Handball, us, as we do this outdoor live event at the Stratosphere right in the parking lot, right next door, about 250 feet away. And I know this because we had to run the internet cable from the Stratosphere here, and I bought 250 feet worth of cord. And the booth that we have set up for this is right here on the cord. So we were about 3 feet shy of making it to our computer, so we had to get an extender. So I know for a fact that it's 250 feet away. And it's an amazing casino, hotel, and resort. They've got that major pool that's on the 8th floor. They've got a fitness center. They've got very loose slots, and they have a lot of gaming and all the tables and all the fun and the great restaurants and the buffet. And I mean, Fred, we can go endless because I know that you enjoyed it too, but they have a lot of attractions, like almost like a roller coaster ride on the very top of that 800, almost, actually it's at 900 feet off the ground. That resembles a Space Needle.
You know, it looks great at night is when they have people doing, it's kind of a parachute jump, you know, off of, you know, almost the very top of the Stratosphere, you know, down to almost ground level. And I know my good friend Luis Moreno went up there the other night and did it. He said it was pretty scary looking down, but, you know, he got on there and he just loved it. He said it was a great rush from top to bottom.
Yeah, actually on the television inside of the Stratosphere on Channel 31, you could sit there and watch everybody jump off all night long, and you know that you have no life when you sit in that room with a glass of bubbly and sit back for 3 or 4 hours straight watching the sky jumpers jump off the top of the Stratosphere as you answer emails to your mother, and you sit. I mean, I'm not saying that I did that. I'm just saying that, you know, you have no you have no life when you do that. So
we have pictures, Dave. We definitely have pictures.
I'm just going to be quiet now. Outdoor though, we're here in the parking lot, and as I said earlier, most of the time when you say you're doing a live event in a parking lot, it doesn't sound like a good thing, Fred. But really, can it get any better than the palm trees and this great action that we have out here on the courts between racquetball and handball as the women get ready for game number 2. Talk about the racquetball section of this, because you see the pros in racquetball coming out here watching the finals of, and not just the finals, but big ball and small ball, women, men. I mean, and vice versa. The big party last night was when all the big ball players from Southern California went over and watched the pro men's and women's mixed doubles event, and it became like one of the biggest parties I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, the thing that I loved about it was the enthusiasm from the galleries. I mean, you know, it's like a regular sporting event where, you know, people just get so excited because they're watching great athletes, you know, making great shots, great dives, reflexes, et cetera, et cetera.
Here's game number 2, Sandy Nee versus Jessica Gawley.
Look at that angle. Perfect angle shot from right to left.
That ball landed right in between my middle finger and my ring finger, firmly in my grasp.
All right, Jessica's starting to cut the ball off now, and
that's tough.
High one.
I like that shot right there, Fred.
Good angle.
Oh no, that ball hit the line.
Out.
The line judge actually,
Out.
the line judge has the first call there.
That's out.
He called it out.
That ball hit the line, lines are in.
Out. Agreed.
He called it.
Who's the line judge on the left side? Who's the line judge?
Stevie Wonder. She hit the ball off her back foot instead of stepping into it. That's why the ball skipped in.
0-2.
That's the handball gods right there, who.
That was the first hand error, really bad hand error I saw her make with her left hand.
1 serves 2.
Here's 1 serves 2. Oh, I like that
got
shot.
Her with the angle.
Not just the angle, Fred, but that ball, she has a nice natural hook. Sandy was playing that out the door, but Jessica hooked it into that wall.
Well, what I liked about it is that Jessica hit that ball hard. That's what she needs to do. See this. Came up.
Nice recovery.
Sandy drives it down the wall. Perfect. Picture perfect swing.
So in a lot of other forms of a handball, especially 4-wall, the player plays back. Most of the time, they have to run toward the middle of the court and up. But in an outdoor ball, you almost have to run kind of back to protect those lines. And Jessica's trying to play in that 4-wall game where you kind of get toward the center of the court. Sandy's got too much power down those walls. 3-2 is the score.
Well, when Sandy steps into the ball, she does a great job. There's a perfect shot right down the line by Jess.
Two serves 3. Is that out?
She went for that overhand.
Well, she didn't step into it again, Dave. You know, if they would just step into the ball instead of hitting the ball flat-footed, use your feet and your body, it's almost automatic.
Fred, doesn't it seem that that position that Jessica was in right there, where she's going overhand left, if she just powers that down about 2 feet into that corner, it just goes out the corner,
yeah,
right?
But all she's got to do is turn sideways, and then she can hit left, she can hit right, you know, she can hit either way. It doesn't matter. That's my point.
4 serves 2.
4 serves 2. That's tough. That's going to be into the camera stand. She just gets it before she hits it. Just going to have to keep playing back.
Watch this.
She said sorry. That was actually, she said it was a mishit. I just read her lips, but actually her hand speed was
2 serves 4.
Was slower there. 2 serves 4.
Good serve. See, there's the difference. Sandy turned sideways and she put an absolutely beautiful shot up down the line. Jessica's just lobbing the ball up there for her. times. See, when you get a little tired, you just don't want to put the little extra energy in that to jump a little higher to get that ball back.
5 serves 2.
She had to change directions 3 times. That's tough.
6 serves 2.
It's very rare that you see a 3-direction change even result in anything positive. 2 directions is hard enough.
A little out, a little too much angle.
Winner of this match wins the women's finals and also earns the coveted
2 serves 6.
yellow jersey with their name on the back. And that is in.
All the good.
Now it's the referee can tell the crowd not to yell the word out. Doesn't have the power to do that because players take a little off. Sometimes they hear out. They've been programmed to.
3 serves 6.
They've been programmed, Fred, as you know, to not hit a dead ball. And when you hear the word out, you think it's dead. And you hear the crowd really getting into this. Very rowdy.
Nice angle, beautiful.
Oh wow, this is gonna be tough.
Great shot. That's good, Jess. Look at this shot. What a shot. Beautiful, beautiful.
Sandy was like, okay, you wanna push me back? I'll push you back.
It was about a foot from the long line. Great, great shot. Great overhand drive.
This is why Sandy's so dangerous. She's not
6
only
serves 3.
athletic, but she's also very smart.
Look at this.
Point.
Jessica doesn't even move.
Nope. That's right. Little girl is thinking.
7 serves 3.
7 serves 3. Got her again.
Came back again, but lobs it up there. She's going back. Look at that pack pedal. Great over.
Outside out.
That ball hit about 12 walls before it got to the other court.
3 serves 7.
Score is 3-7.
Right in your power alley right there down the center of the court. Not a good serve.
7 serves 3.
Got to angle it, Jess.
7 serves 3. If you're watching this live webcast, brought to you by the WPH, please consider telling your friends. Get on the internet, you're already there anyway, and email everybody and tell them to watch the conclusion of this women's finals. We're going to be off the air for a couple hours after this, and then we're coming back on.
Hold it.
No,
Hold it.
that's not part of the rules. You can't call a hold on that. That is absolutely incorrect. The stands are just part of the court here. This is not a replay. Referee's making the wrong call here, Fred.
8 serves 3.
The stands are just part of the landscape.
Skip. Side out.
Well, that was the right idea. You got to go for it. You can't just leave the ball up. Speaking of yellow jerseys, I reffed a match before where we had 2 yellow jerseys
3 serves
facing
8.
each other. Luis Moreno against Willie Polanco. Willie, the holder of the 1-wall jersey.
And Luis getting his in Kansas City.
Beautiful, down the wall.
Luis got his in Kansas City when he defeated Dave Chapman. That was a nice left-handed drive, and you see Jessica's having a problem with that.
4 serves 8.
Deltoid with her left. She is a lefty. 4 serves 8.
4 serves 8.
Lost the first game, 21-12. This is game number 2. We go to 21. Anna miss hit. I agree with
swinging,
Sandy.
Do not say anything. All right.
Crowd's getting a little rowdy during the volley.
You guys can talk after a rally, but try not to say anything during the swing.
I agree with the referee here, and it's really hard to talk to that group.
5 serves 8.
And they're doing it anyway, Fred. I think what's going to happen is we might lose a broadcaster here because Fred also is connected.
6 serves 8.
Going to go over there and lay down some rules.
What an angle.
My old baseball coach once told me that if you can catch it, if you can touch it, you can catch it. And Jessica grabbed that ball. I don't know if that holds true in handball, though. I don't even know why I brought it up.
Is,
if you can catch it, maybe you can hit it. I don't know.
Her arm is bothering her a little bit, so maybe she's trying to save it.
That power from Sandy is amazing, isn't it?
Out. Ooh, just out.
That ball was just a fraction away from checking up on that right wall.
9 serve 6.
9 serve 6.
Shut out. Six serves 9.
Racino, Caravona, 10-1. Racino, Caravona.
Oh, played it to hit the side wall. Too bad.
9 serves 6.
Scores 9-6.
Side out.
Here's the crowd getting very rowdy over here.
6 serves 9.
6 serves 9.
There you go.
Oh, that ball checks up. Sandy cannot catch up to it, though. Let's listen for the score here.
7-9.
7 serves 9.
7 serves 9. There's Jessica playing that ball correctly. Oh, that's tough.
It was right there.
That was a hinder.
That's
Held
tough.
Up. Held up.
7 serves 9.
We're going to get some crowd control in here. It's now started off being a handball match, and it's ending up to be
9 serves
a
7.
frat party. You're watching the World Outdoor 3-Wall Ball Championships,
10
women's
serves 7.
singles finals, 10 serve 7.
Out. Side out.
Listen for the score here, 7-10.
7 serves 10.
Losing the first game. Jessica did 21-12 here, 3 points behind. After some real sloppy play from her, she's only 3 back. That ball looked like it was out, no call there. I'm in a bad angle though.
Side out.
There's the side out.
Ten serve 7.
10 serve 7. Oh, that's a tough shot. Sandy catches up to it, almost gets it to the front wall.
Side out. Seven serves 10.
7 serves 10. Jessica does get that ball back. And that was a nice little shot right there from Sandy Nee, who lets the ball drop.
Time out.
And she kills it over there in the
First
left
time
corner.
out scores 10-7.
You're watching the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships live from the parking lot of the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino alongside former national champion, multiple times removed, Fred Lewis. My name is Dave Vincent, and we've got Chris Garrad doing the engineer work, Omar Lemus and Jeff Kastner bringing this big event together, Hank Marcus and Steve Lerner from World Outdoor Racquetball. Also Mike Coulter coming in from his Ahern Rentals and the construction company that he owns, and all the work that he's done to help put this on the air live. It is absolutely amazing all the work that these sponsors have put on, and you know what they're doing to bring everything together here in the Stratosphere parking lot. Fred, you know, it's been a lot of planning, but really, if you think about it, it's really not been a lot of planning. We only made the announcement in late May about this event, and here it is in September. It's only been just like 4 months or so.
Well, you know, we've got people from both organizations that work very, very hard to put this thing together, and people not only worked hard, but were very, very talented. And I think the big thing was the way that the racquetball people reached out to the handball people. I mean, they've included us in as, you know, a real, true partner to put this event on, made us feel very comfortable while we were here, and we owe them a debt of gratitude for the success of this whole event.
This event is actually very successful. They've got nearly 500 combined players in this outdoor event. Racquetball players right now on 4 courts to our left, and look at all the action over here, Fred. And then if you look right here on the show court, this is the women's finals. On the other side is handball to our right as we look toward the front wall. The score is 10-7. Sandy Nee from Brooklyn, New York, now living in the Chicago area.
Oh.
And Jessica comes over and slips and falls right there.
I think she realized that the ball was going to two-wall, was going to sidewall and come back to the right. She tried to change direction and slipped.
Looked like I thought she kind of twisted that foot a little bit. That's just what happens. Sometimes on these courts are also getting kind of slick. Players walking onto the court with their, you know, their non-court shoes, even though it's kind of a court surface here, Fred. And it's getting very slick, and you know, we're in the desert, so there's a lot of sand, and it's kind of a slick surface. Oh, that's a nice shot right there.
Out the door. Oh, almost. Tough angle.
And what's making this very difficult to do also, Fred, is the fact that when a player serves the ball to the opponent, the server has to look back, and in a lot of cases they're looking back in the sun. Makes it very difficult.
Oh, great angle. Great angle.
Eight serves 11.
The score is 8-11.
I like this little change up here. Now they're playing right into the strong hand.
That ball almost made the front wall. Now it's 9-11. The crowd likes that. Jessica Gawley from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. Sandy Nee, who's originally from New York but now living in the Chicago area, going to Lake Forest College, and her coach Mike Dow. Nice pickup right there from Jessica Gawley. Sandy goes down that right wall, does that traditional one-wall power slider. Successful.
Best shot in the game, straight kill down the right wall.
11 serves 9.
11 serves 9.
Short hopped it.
That's tough.
Oh, beautiful.
Sandy put herself in a bad position
Well,
there, Fred.
you know, she hasn't made one fly shot yet in 2 games. She keeps going to the wall and leaving the ball up. So, you know, either you got to hit the ball straight down the wall or you got to kill it. There it is.
Ooh, this is one of those rare times when the ball looks like it touches the wall and still is out.
10 serves 11.
It's getting interesting.
10 serves 11. And that ball, good hands from Tommy Burnett, coach at Southwest Missouri State, or Mo State, excuse me.
11.
Tommy Burnett catching that ball in the front row. And that ball is out.
Linesman calls it good.
The rules specifically state that the players do not talk to the line judges. And there she just Jessica goes over and just like says something a little forcefully into the line judge's face there, who is Luis Cordova.
Well, the referee should have stopped that. The referee has the ability to do that. You can't disrespect a referee or a linesman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but we don't know what was said.
She could have said, "I love you, Luis." Looking for a call
that could
next
be
time.
disrespectful. I know both parties. Depends on which way you look at it, I guess.
We'll bring Luis into the booth afterwards and ask him what she said.
There's another point from Sandy Nee. Jessica Gawley, journey woman on the pro tour for many years, multiple Canadian national champion. 13 serves 11. Sandy is a current one-wall national doubles and singles champion and finalist of the winner of the three-wall outdoor national championship and also the three-wall junior championship right now. This is sort of like Wrigley Field. If you hit a ball into the stands, they just throw it right back in.
Yeah, go ahead and change it.
We got a glove change.
It's a 2-minute glove change right here. The ball gets wet, and you know for a fact, Fred, that the ball will not slide on the sidewalls here, but it would do it on the playing surface on the ground because it's just a little bit different. You are watching the World Three-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships live here in the Stratosphere parking lot of Las Vegas, Nevada on the historical Strip. It's a 2-minute glove change right now. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Fred Lewis. You're watching the women's singles pro finals right here live. Luis Cordova, who is the right side line judge. Luis, look over at Jeff Kastner here. What was it that Jessica Gawley said to you when she came over and just kind of screamed something in your face? What was it?
Oh no, she just told me not to pay attention to the crowd and to tell her what I saw, and I told her I saw it good, and she said, okay. That's it.
She didn't ask you for a recipe or how to make chocolate chip cookies? Yeah, no, nothing like that.
No. I thought she was gonna ask that, but no.
No, she didn't. Okay, all right, okay. We had to hear it from you.
All right.
See
you later.
That is Luis Cordova, who just lost in the men's quarterfinals to Dave Fink. We had to ask him what Jessica screamed at him, but I guess she was just trying to talk over the crowd. She said, "Don't listen to the crowd," and he said, "No, I actually saw that ball as being out." Watching the World Three-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball and Racquetball
13
Championships here in the Stratosphere parking lot.
Sandy's winning.
Fred, you have played in a lot of different facilities. You've played all around the world. I know you train handball people. You coach the kids. You were on the pro tour. You've won a lot of national championships. What do you think about this facility here and the setup?
Well, this is a very, very unique setup. It's been, I think, an adjustment for many of the players. I mean, we've had big ball players, small ball players, four-wall specialists, one-wall specialists, people who play one-wall, three-wall, and four-wall, and I think everybody agrees that, it's different. It's different from anything they've ever done. And, as the week has worn on here, we've seen the top players really adjust. The first day or two, they were struggling a little bit to keep the ball in bounds, and now they've got it figured out. And as we move into the semis and the final events, the quality of play has gotten better and better.
Here it is, 11 serves 13. I can't disagree with you on what you're saying. I totally can agree with everything you're saying. Look at that right there.
Well, she played it right.
I actually think she played it wrong. I think you almost have to always assume it's going to come off that wall, especially at a pace where you know that if you are going to get it, you're going to be flying out of the court. But maybe you're right. This is one of those tweeners. Sandy Nee, who's an up-and-coming star. She's just turned 18 years of age, and she's still young. She's still trying to learn the game of handball, and yet she's becoming one of the best players that we have right here.
Yeah, well, that was a very young mistake right there.
12 serves 13.
12 serves 13.
Got to give yourself the chance to win the point to keep the serve in play. Oh, got her again.
Thirteen serves 13.
that
There
shot
it
right
is,
there.
out the door. See, that's the shot that the top players have figured out. When they've got somebody on that right side, they hit sidewall front fairly high, and the ball's going to angle right off the court. Jess is taking that on the short hop now instead of going back deep.
Jessica gets down to kill that, but she really doesn't hit the ball, 2 or 3 inches off the ground. Traditional kill, she keeps about 2 feet high. It's strange because Jessica has great form, Fred. You see her get down, but what is she doing when she makes that mistake by hitting about 2 feet high?
Well, because her stance is too open. Okay, she's got to lead with her right foot, and her stance is open. And she's not really stepping into the ball like that. Perfect shot by Sandy. You got to lead with your front foot. In Jessica's case, she's got to lead with her right foot, and then the ball will stay down.
13 serves, 13. This is going to be, I was going to be hard to get if Jessica didn't jump in on that, and she jumped in on it. I like this. Does it stay in? Yes. Nice get from Sandy. The ball just touches the right wall there. And it's out. You're watching the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball and Racquetball Championships here in the parking lot of the Stratosphere, Las Vegas, Nevada, alongside Fred Lewis. My name is Dave Vincent. Jessica Gawley versus Sandy Nee. This is the women's finals. And that one's over. And it's becoming a over the top of the court fest as we wind down the second game here between these two champions.
Ball. All right.
After retrieving the ball right here, we have what I consider the greatest outdoor racquetball women's professional player of all time in the webcast booth with us, and I'm not talking about my former partner of like 15 seconds ago, Fred Lewis. For those that are at home watching on the live webcast, introduce yourself.
Oh, that screen ball.
My name is Rhonda Racich, and if I knew you were going to butter me up that much, I'd have grabbed the headset a long time ago.
Well, you haven't had a lot of butter lately, but you're certainly going to find it here in the live webcast. This is a different game. It's 13-13. It's a different game than what you play. You're kind of a serve and shoot artist. I watched you yesterday, and that's sort of how racquetball is. But what are you seeing here as you watch handball?
Oh, I see that handball. There's definitely a lot more going on, I think, with the way the body is used. In racquetball, we can only hold a racket with one hand. In handball, obviously, you use both. And so watching, just the footwork and the movement around the court is really interesting to see.
First time out, scores 14-13.
Also, it seems like a lot of instincts seem to translate well, though, as far as, ball placement and service strategy and,
14-13.
kind of moving your opponent around the court as a chess piece. I think a lot of those instincts are pretty similar, but, handball is definitely a little bit more cerebral, I think, as far as, where to place the ball and how to get your opponent to kind of wear him down. I think the rallies are longer, so I know you definitely got to be in shape for handball because, you don't see a lot of serve and shoot in handball, but you see a lot of good movement. Sure.
Obviously the games do complement each other in certain ways, and you see a lot of soccer players that are good racquetball players because they know how to move their feet laterally, and you see the very same thing in handball. What other sports do you excel in, and could we possibly, after this thing's all over with, get you into the handball court and put on some gloves?
Oh, we might. We'll see.
I mean, do you think right now, without ever playing this, and you're obviously at the top of your game, could you go in there and play one of these pros? And have you ever tried it?
I've never tried it, but I would absolutely step up. I didn't say I would do well, but I would step up. I know that I think, again, my racquetball instincts would undoubtedly take over, and I would try to hit everything with the right hand since that's the hand I hold the racket in. But thanks to my mom, I am ambidextrous because she shut my hand on the car door when I was 17 months old. So
you had to learn.
I had to learn to do a few things left-handed. So yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it a shot one of these times.
Now, where do you live at?
I actually live in Phoenix and LA. I sort of.
So you live in 2 places.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And I'm never at either because I'm always on the road doing this.
Yeah, right. Well, we're from Tucson, Arizona, so we could easily, find you when you're in one of your places, and maybe get you onto the handball court if not this weekend. But you're currently playing in the finals coming up right after this.
Yes, the Women's Pro Open doubles final. My partner Amy Ruiz and I are about to play Paola Longoria and Keely Franks.
Awesome, and that is the WPRO, the Women's Pro organization that's putting on your event, right? Is that how it works? Because there's a CRP. There's so many different acronyms out here. I really don't know which acronym we're.
It's all right now. It's all WAR. It's all World Outdoor.
Okay, all right.
World Outdoor Racquetball is taking it over.
I'm just trying to remember my acronyms.
Yeah, WPRO is the professional organization for women's. That's our indoor tour. The men's indoor pro tour is the IRT, and WOR is the World Outdoor Racquetball, and then the CVRT.
Breathe. You have to take a breath here.
CVRT is the
Classic
Pro Racquetball.
Okay, all right. Okay, I got it down. Trying to figure it out.
It's just alphabet soup.
Yeah, it's the alphabet I didn't learn. I actually went to school twice. I forgot my coat.
Bummer.
So that certainly happens. Hey, thanks for stopping by and talking to us just a little bit about handball and racquetball.
Thanks.
All that stuff. And we're going to sit around and watch you, and they're going to talk about you, and it'll be fun in just a few.
Wonderful.
All right.
Great. Good luck, handball.
Thank you. Back to the women's finals here. And that's how we kind of set this up, because we knew that, Fred, that the women's pro doubles were going to be on the show court, so we scheduled our women's pro singles right before that. And then we have the women's pro doubles coming up right after them, so that's the reason why the schedule is complimenting the ladies here. It's ladies' night in Las Vegas, as it is almost every night.
Oh, perfect shot,
And she almost had a chance to check out how good her right hand was there as the ball caroms right into her lap here at the
well,
women's
she's
finals.
a very open-minded person. She said she'd like to try it, that her mom taught her to be ambidextrous.
by closing her hand in the door when she was 17 months old.
Side out. Scores 14, serves 14.
Scores 14-14. This is the second game. That ball's over.
Oh, just over.
We have now officially lost 20 balls during this match.
15 serves 14.
And at $3 a ball, that's, if my math is right, somebody owes us a good 60 spot.
She played that one right. Let's see what Sandy does with this. Perfect shot. Great angle.
Now, if you can see that shot right there where Jessica's going toward that side wall, the other day Luis Moreno actually dove for one of those and put his head right into that corner, requiring almost 10 staples in his head. 16-14 is the score here. 10 staples.
I know, and I have the staple remover, so I'm going to be the one to get it out. I can't wait.
So they don't dissolve? You actually have to remove it?
The second timeout scores 17-14.
Scores 17-14, timeout. Sandy Nee is leading here. This is her women's finals, and she's been in a lot of those lately. In the finals of the doubles of the one-wall outdoor nationals, in the finals of the singles of the one-wall nationals, she won both of those. She was in the finals of the doubles of the three-wall nationals. She won that, and then and she lost in the semis. But it has the word finals at the end. In the singles at the three-wall nationals, certainly has been winning a lot of tournaments. She also won the junior three-wall nationals outdoor at Venice Beach. Did she play doubles in that event as well and also take that?
I don't know if they had a doubles. I don't know if that we had enough girls to play doubles, but she definitely dominated the juniors. She played, her best friend in the finals.
And she played. You're right. She played in the finals, and Fred. That brings up an interesting thing about Sandy. She just turned 18. At the time she was in Venice, we were calling her we're calling it the girls division. And then a week later, she wins the pro division, and when she's in the women's division, and she's still a very young women's player here, young adult, and she's already winning national championships at the age of 18, which is truly remarkable. Now, if she continues with the sport of handball, she could be considered one of the greatest of all time.
17 serves 14.
Yeah, well, when I saw her play in in Venice for the first time, I said this young lady is definitely the future of women's handball.
Side out.
She plays, she's very cool,
14,
very
17.
confident. That's over the fence, a little bit too high.
Good.
You know, she makes a mistake, doesn't seem to get upset, puts it behind her, you know, and then is ready to take on the next rally.
15 serve 17.
Score is 15-17.
Look at that serve.
And that's a
And
nice
that's in
return right there. Jessica
She
took the
got
wrong
her.
approach.
Side out.
What was Jessica thinking there? She went to the right.
I think she looked back and she may have lost the ball for a second because she got a very late break on it.
17 serves 15.
Right now, when that server that stands on that right wall turns around and looks, they look directly into the sun.
Yeah. And, you know, Sandy's been hitting that great angle, so I think she just anticipated she was going to hit the ball and was going to angle back off the court.
Again,
18 serves 15.
it's 18-15. I really would like to see Jessica go to that left side and try to hook a ball out to the right. I mean, it's her game.
Oh, see that? She hit the ball facing the front wall again instead of turning sideways. That's why she blew the setup.
19 serves 15.
19 serves 15, 2 points away from winning the big money and the yellow jersey. And there it is, 1 point away, Sandy Nee. You're going to hear a big round of applause if she gets that final point right here from the crowd.
Possible match point, serves 15.
That's a nice shot from Jess. That's
There
going
it
to be the
is.
end of the game
That's
right there.
it right there.
And
Perfect
that
shot.
one is over with. Sandy Nee winning the first one, 21-12, closes out the second one and gets the championship by the score of 21-15. We have to get Sandy into the